Right then, let's do, I forgot what week this is. Don't matter, something like 7 or 8. This week I'm going to do 5 ways to help with postnatal depression. I've already got it as a blog. I've done my story about postnatal depression. So now I'm going to give you 5 ways to help with it. Mainly because I'm going to be doing a postnatal depression toolkit, survival guide, list of suggestions basically on ways to help with postnatal depression. This is going to be like 20, 25, 30 different ways to help. Not just postnatal depression, depression in general. And I'll go through each one in detail, why it worked for me, if it's for everyone, whatever. Just about trying to give back a little bit. Like I said, I've been a parent for 5.5 months and I'm writing about that. I've had depression for like 6-7 years. So I know a lot more about that than I do about parenting. So I feel like I can give more advice on that than I can on parenting. So look out for that on the website. I've already got one up, which is medication. Only because it's an obvious one. It's got to be suggested, really. Not 100% into medication. You can read about why and everything in that. I think it's a good short-term solution, but people get dependent on it. I don't really think you sort yourself out when you're on medication properly. You kind of rely on the medication. But yeah, I'm not here to talk about that. That's in the blog. Probably linked below. Maybe. We'll see. Depends if I remember. I am the best at doing it. Right, so number 1. Be involved. I will say this is more aimed at the dads than the mothers, because generally the mothers on maternity leave, you're kind of already involved. I dare say you're with the baby a lot anyway. Arguably too much, and the baby's stressing you out. But for the dads, you've got to be there and do stuff. For me, I didn't want to do it because I didn't have the bond. I didn't like doing stuff. But every morning, I'd get up, take Isabel into her room, change her and whatever, play with her, try and give her the tummy time, and sometimes I'd just be led there like, oh, I just don't want to know. But I still did it. And eventually it does build the bond. Like, you've got to be there to do it. Research even shows that the dads who are more involved in not just the nappies and everything, but the playtime, so you've got to have the enjoyable stuff as well as the hard stuff, were less likely to have postnatal depression. And also the ones who were more supported by their partners, who felt like their partners thought they were good parents, basically. So if the mother likes the dad doing it and is supportive of the dad doing it, then less likely again to have the postnatal depression. So yeah, you've got to turn up, be there and do it. Simple as that. That's the only way you're going to get a bond. Like I say, you might not want to do it, but it's one of the things you just got to keep ploughing away. And eventually, you'll get a bond eventually. Yeah? I will be pausing this every now and then just to check what my list is, because otherwise I'll go off and start talking crap. Which if you've watched any of my other videos, you're probably used to. If this is new to you, then wait till you watch the rest of them, because they're worse than this. Number 2, limit your expectations. Might be a bit late. Again, this is probably one for people before they've even had the baby. But I was fully expecting this flood of emotion and, oh my god, I'm a dad, and all this crap. Didn't get it, and then immediately I thought, well, there's something wrong. And then it put me out of sync. But yeah, don't worry about it. You don't control how you feel. I don't choose to love Isabel, I don't choose to love Rachel. It's just there. Likewise, back. Rachel doesn't choose to love me. I can't control whether she does. Same with Isabel. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. That's just... You can't control how people feel about you. You got to let them come to you. You can do your bit and then that's it. Same with having a baby. I didn't choose, I'm going to love Isabel. I didn't choose to hate her. They just come. And eventually, you just got to let it build. And hope eventually it will. I dare say over time, if you keep bonding with them, you're playing with them, you're changing them, you're doing everything with them, a bond is eventually going to form and you're going to love them at some point. But don't expect it. You can't, you've got to limit how you feel. Depression can form when our expectations don't meet up with our reality, which is probably why the depression rate in Western society is a lot higher than in poor places. You go to Africa, they don't know what a Lamborghini is. You know, they don't see people out partying all the time, living up the lifestyle. They just know their culture. And living in a crap area is what everyone tends to have. They're still sat on the side of the road smiling and laughing because that's all they know. Whereas all we just see most of the time is celebrities out living it up. So our expectations is a lot different. And I dare say you can relate that to having a baby. That's my point. Don't expect the, grab my finger and, oh my god, I love this baby kind of feeling. If you're already past that, then just try and rethink things. Right, where's number 3? I will keep pausing this every now and then, don't worry about it. Right, number 3. Don't forget about each other. That's if you're in a relationship. If you're single parent in this, again, this one ain't going to be applicable to you. But not every suggestion has got to be applicable to everyone, okay? If you are in a relationship, then chances are having a baby is going to stress you out. It did for us. But you've got to remember that you're still together. Like me and Rachel, I used to have all her time. Then all of a sudden, she's giving it all to the baby. And I got jealous, didn't like the baby for it. Before Rachel was bothering me. Now she's bothering with the baby. So that used to annoy me. But we'd still make time for each other. We'd still talk and we'd do everything together, or as much as we can together. And you've just got to keep working at it together. I've got a bit of advice where anything said between midnight and 5 a.m. just doesn't count. You will have a go at each other, especially in the early stages. Every now and then Rachel still has a pop at me because at the end of the day she's still breastfeeding. I can't do a lot. So I think I covered this in the breastfeeding video. You can watch that if you want. So she'll have a pop. Of course she will. I'll have a pop with her sometimes. But you just got to let her go. I've been a dick, she's been a dick. But all you've got to do is not let it build. When one of you have been a dick, later on, you just go, sorry about that, I was an idiot, let's just crack on. You will say stuff, because it's just stress. No one ever says anything hateful because they really want to, or because they're in a good place. People say it because they're already stressed. It's the reason people get funny in cars. All the road rage stuff. They're probably already late for work, they hate their job, they're stressed out already, someone cuts them up and then they're going off on one. It's like that with having a baby. A little bit of stress, you feel it building, you're waiting for something. You almost sat there going, come on Rach, do something, so I can have a go. I want to have a go to it. It's not good. You're better off just speaking it out, just going, Rach, I'm stressed, I'm going to pop to do something. So yeah, connect with each other. You used to before you had a baby, so you still got to. Any ways you want to connect. Up to you. You can take that however you want it to mean. Just connect. Number 4. 4? Yeah, I'm doing that stupid noise again, whatever I did last time. That's just me. Right, what was I about? Number 4. As you can tell, I don't edit these, so if you're new to this, get used to it. I know you see a lot better vloggers out there who edit the entire thing. I ain't got time for that. I'm not sitting at a computer editing a video. I've got a baby, I'd rather play with her. So you can have this. This is just me talking bollocks with just the odd pause. Going off track. Like this. What was I on about? Going away together, yeah. Again, not applicable to everyone because you might not have the money, the time, the annual leave and everything else. But if your partner's on maternity leave, all I got to do personally, book a Monday off, I'm off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. There's 3 days. I can go away Saturday night. Like we did this week, we went to Pembroke. It's only 2 days in a travel lodge. It's nothing special. Isabel bloody loves it. Chuck her on the bed in the hotel and she's grinning like a dickhead. But, yeah. And the first time she ever smiled was in an hotel. We went away to Weston for one night, back in the heat wave that we just had. And she's just propped up on the bed in one of them nursing pillows with just a nappy on because it was that hot. And then I was just walking around the room and she's just grinning at me. I was like, oh shit, she's smiling. And then bang, she felt it. Started to feel better because she's happy. And that's all I wanted. That's all I still want. It's just her to be happy. Let's just tilt that down a bit, is it? Make it a little bit better feel. Is this HD enough? Don't worry about it. What bollocks are you on about? Yeah, so we've been to Weston, Bournemouth, Glastonbury, little place near Glastonbury, Andover. some shit like that. I was meant to do a skydive, I got cancelled, so Salisbury. Then we went around the country. We went Birmingham, Blackpool, Newcastle, Coventry, Amsterdam for the night. You can read all about that on the website if you really want to. You just go on there and then there'll be tags for travel blog. Put it in the link maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it works because it's just you lot together in the hotel. There's no distractions, there's no worry about housework, about anything else, cooking, you just go out and get some food. Don't get me wrong, you've got to spend a bit of money on it, but what, Travelodge you can get 30 quid a night maybe? It's worth it, you know what I mean? If you've got the money, do it. If you haven't, then I dare say you can just have 2 days in the house, go out and do something else. It's not expensive to go to a park for the day, anything like that. Just get out, if there's just 3 of you, or however many there are of you. If you've got other kids, take them, obviously. Unless you want to leave them with someone, up to you. Get a babysitter. But it's worked for me, and that's my personal suggestion, is to just get away. We love doing it. We haven't got anything else booked yet. Mainly because I don't think I've got much annual leave yet left. Or I'm saving it for when Rachel gets back to work. Do you want me to go into my annual leave? Probably not. Right, number 5? Number 5. Talk about it. That's what I did. That helped. I wrote it out. Ended up sending it to Green Parent Magazine. They published it, blah, blah, blah. Started this blog, and now I get to talk shit all the time. I got to do it every Sunday. I haven't got to. This is obviously my choice to sit here and do this. But it's good for me. I get everything out, and I get it right, and it's just a form of expression. Do something. Just tell something. You don't even got to say much. All I just say to Rachel now, I got a headache. I got a headache, feel a bit stressed, don't feel that good. She knows what I mean by now. But if you do feel the depression, just sit there, write it all out on the computer, write it hand. Even if you want to put your phone there, talk to the phone. You know, do this with the camera. You haven't got to post it anyway. This is just me being narcissistic and thinking what I've got to say is somehow important. Well, it's not, but like I say, if I can help someone, then I can help someone. But yeah, you can delete it straight after you want. It's cathartic getting it out. You will have that release. I know it because I feel it building in my head when I have the depression coming on. Sometimes if I turn into Rachel and go, I got an edit, don't feel that good, feel stressed, I go, starting to feel a bit better immediately. So it's just getting it out, putting it out there, and you'll feel better pretty quick. Bear with me a sec. So yeah, that's my 5 ways. I don't look like a 5 because you can't see my thumb. So that better. You know what I mean. You don't need to visualise the number 5. I dare say you know what number 5 is. You should do anyway. Otherwise I would say you've got problems. But no. Also, I am going to have on the website a lot more. So it's going to be, I've got a nice little list on my phone. So I've got medication, as I've said already on there. Local support. Being involved, I've had that. Shifting your mindset, attachment parenting, baby wearing, yoga, exercise, diet, realising what it is you want. What else we got? Changing your perspective, challenging yourself, doing a reverse bucket list. Recommend that even if you haven't got depression. Create something every day, being creative. Not eating sugar. Very much important. Online support. They got PND groups and everything on Twitter. They're actually pretty good. Connecting with people. Reducing your materialism. Something I've done a lot of recently and I feel way better for it. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. Obviously, if you just want to like Isablog on Facebook and Twitter. I'm on Instagram and Pinterest, but good luck seeing a lot on there. I don't post a lot on them. I don't like Instagram. I just don't want to post pictures of the baby for no reason. You know, here's Isabel. Who cares? You know, follow it on Instagram if you really want. I'll have another 2 more competitions coming up soon as well. If you want a little bit of info about what's going on soon, you can win a baby carrier and then at some point a changing bag. So if you want to win free stuff, you can like the blog, Facebook page, get on that. Again, pointing at nothing. Is that it? Yeah. So subscribe and whatever you want to do. If this helped you in any way, then great. I forget what I've covered straight away. Like I said, I don't script this shit. I just go with it. Don't have time for that. Which is another one that's going to be on there. Reducing your technology use. Look, Me sitting here on a laptop writing all day doesn't help. I don't like sitting on my phone all day. I don't like multitasking. It's bad trying to do something whilst on your phone. Don't do it. Put your phone down, do whatever it is, then sit there on your phone properly. You know what I mean? Am I done now? Yeah. So go on Facebook and wherever, and we'll call this a day, is it? See you next week.